Another thing that you can utilize Twitch for is podcasting, or if you're a radio personality and have a radio show, or you just want to sit there and play music, you want to build your own radio show or podcast, Twitch is another amazing platform to build a huge audience and reach a lot of people. Can you touch on that real quick, Pat, how podcasts work on Twitch?
Yeah, it's something that we've sort of just started exploring, but if you think about it, Twitch is already ideally suited to turn podcast work, people who are already doing the work, into an additional piece of content for their streams. And so what I mean by that is, today, if you're doing a podcast, you have a high quality mic and you're either reading from a script or you're telling a story. To add it to Twitch would require simply a webcam, you know, and a channel, and to get started. And the idea would be to say, you have two creative outputs. You have the live out of your podcast, and then you have the recorded version that is created the way that you would do it otherwise, that would then go into post-production and then distributed to all the podcast services out there. And so it's just another creative format where you kind of get double benefit for doing the same work. And also, you're repurposing it. And, you know, I think Gary Vee talks about that, right? Just create a bunch of different types of content. And so this idea would allow you to create a live stream and build some fandom and some community, get some feedback and chat. Mm-hmm. The audio version would go on podcast, and then the post-production video of that could end up on Twitch and YouTube potentially, right? And so you're starting to get your brand out and all this other stuff. So if you're a podcast creator, Twitch is a massive opportunity that no one's even tapped into yet. It's just, we're at the very beginning of it.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there any rules as far as like sponsorships, endorsements, advertising on my channel? If I had a podcast and say, I don't know, Puma or Red Bull, or someone's giving me $100,000 for me to mention them on my podcast, do I have to share that with Twitch?
So you don't have to share it with Twitch. Today, there's a lot of gamers who are sponsored by HyperX or any of the, you know, the big sort of gaming brands. And they have sort of branded microphones, and, you know, they do all kinds of stuff like that. And so, yeah, so I think you could do the same. You could do the same thing on Twitch. Right. And for those advertisers, it's added scale and reach, right? So it makes a lot of sense to do that.
And what about the advertising that Twitch brings to my popular channel because of my podcast? You guys share that advertising with me. So technically, I'm making more money than you guys.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so Twitch will still fire their ads, and, you know, as per any other channel, but and they keep a small portion of it, and then and then the creator gets the rest. And so you kind of get paid twice. You get paid from the Twitch advertising and subs and bits that we talked about earlier, right. And then also the ads and sponsorships that you might bring to your own podcast. And
last question. What is the split from the advertising that Twitch brings in? How much goes to Twitch and how much goes to the creator?
Yeah, so it's for partners and for large folks, it's all negotiated, but it's disproportionately in favor of for creators. I'll leave it at that. It's better than other platforms.
So basically, everyone has their own deal based on their negotiating skills.
Yeah. So they got to read your book, you know, and win big.
Hey, look, you got to learn how to win big. You got to read this, and then you can get your rate up over there at Twitch. Well, thanks, Pat. I appreciate it. Now, if you got a podcast, or you're a broadcaster, or you're a radio host, and you want to get a bigger reach, have another platform to build the audience, Twitch is the way, man. Get familiar.